Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Bristol. Bristol's always very entertaining. Tonight's going to be no exception. Who do we have on pole? We have Osborne starting on pole, and next to him on the front row is Bryce, followed by Boyd, followed by Ryder, Simmons in 6th, Seawright in 7th. Awesome. Now we've just got the grid rolling here. And I don't think Cochrane's quite on yet. He's in the process of coming on.
Let's see. Test 1 2.
Yes, awesome.
All right, sorry about that, Lee. My
you're good.
Microphone was not working there at the start, so thanks for getting us started. Yeah, we're here at Bristol for the GEC Racing League, the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series for the Concrete Coliseum 200. We're getting a little bit of a late start here tonight. Also going to call out, we are not running trading paints tonight for a technical reason. So not going to be the paint schemes you usually recognize here in the field, but it is going to be Dakota Osborne and Bryce Borer starting on the front row. And let me, I'm not hearing any audio. Let me run us back for a moment, and we will rejoin in just a few seconds. Double check our sound outputs. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. Hopefully we got our audio problems all sorted out here for the Concrete Coliseum 200. We got 200 laps tonight. Race number 5 in Season 8 of the CDSN Truck Series. We got the usual no stages, 5 sets of tires, up to 3 green-white checkers if we need them. The fuel window is showing as 20. I don't think that's accurate. It's going to be a lot longer than that for these trucks here tonight with a 70% fuel capacity on them. But yeah, it is Osborne and Borer out front, and they have been fast every race they've been in so far this season. Michael Boyd in 3rd and Jacob Hughes in 4th. We've got 21 trucks on the track for us tonight, and I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I think Bristol always puts on a good race, but I feel like the trucks especially have that perfect balance of tight and loose where you can be fast here as long as you take care of your truck and are smart working your way through traffic.
And these guys have put on a great show all year. It's one of the best truck seasons I've seen since I've been here with GEC.
And we are racing underway. Osborne leads them to green, starts on the pole in that 79 truck out front, and he is going to take the lead.
Yeah, awesome jump over Bryce.
As the field already getting spread out. They're single file all the way back to 7th place. And we have our first caution of the night on lap 2. That didn't take long. Johnny Jones caught up in our first crash of the night. Let's take a quick look at what happened to Jones. He's running near the back. All alone. Oh, there was actually a crash in front of him. And it looks like that was Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin got a piece of that. Yeah.
Right there. Teammates even, Sahadak and Griffin of Stitley Motorsports. Let's go back another lap. Looks like it is Walt getting loose, and then Culleton in the 50 gets into Griffin from behind. And then it's Jones at the end there that gets sideways. So why don't we jump on board with the 50 of David Culleton and watch that one again.
Man, there's nowhere to go for Jamie then.
So right from the race start, we are on board here with David Culleton in the 50 truck. Everybody really just taking it easy here, it looks like, on the first lap. And then as they come out of turn 4, I think that's where Sahadak gets loose. Must be the next lap. Right there, down near the bottom. I couldn't tell if he made contact with that red truck in front of him or not. Really nowhere for Culleton to go as Griffin checks up. But I didn't see a lot of hard contact for anybody on that one. I mean, really no surprise here at the Concrete Coliseum to have an early caution. But I would have thought it would come from, hard racing or anything. Looks like Sahadak just got on the gas a little too hard there with cold tires.
And like a lot of these places, this place is very hard to get out of the way once somebody turns in front of you. If they're in front of you, it's really hard to miss what's in front of you. I think that happened to Jamie as well last night, so that's 2 nights in a row that he got caught up in one of those incidents.
And we do have 3 drivers sharing their cameras with us tonight. Sahadak is one of them, Bryce Borer another, and Klaus Brahm all sharing their views with us tonight. So we'll be jumping on board with them throughout the race to see how they are doing. Again, first caution on lap 2 here at the Concrete Coliseum 200. 5th race of the season. And that pace truck is hit pit road one more time. We're getting ready to go green. And again, it is Dakota Osborne out front, leading now Michael Boyd, Jacob Hughes, and Bryce Borer.
Osborne's got a great start both times.
Was that Borer down on the apron? Somebody was down there.
I didn't see that.
I can't find him now in the running there. There he is. He's coming down pit road already. Maybe might have picked up a penalty somewhere through there. I didn't see that on my screen, but
no, it hasn't come up on my screen either, actually.
oh, there it is. I think he might have gotten a black flag on the initial start of the race. Now that I'm checking the log, it's back on lap 0. So Borer now 1 lap down in 20th. Chris Jones is 5 laps down. I'm not sure if he started the race along with everybody else. Michael Boyd just ran the fastest lap of the race, 15.17. And he is tracking down Osborne up front. Again, the field spread out almost immediately here on this half-mile track in Bristol, Tennessee.
I was going to say exactly the same thing. They're spaced out nicely at the moment. I think you'll see Jamie come back through the field here because he's quick at this place.
He's in 13th already, up 2 positions from where he started the race.
It'll be entertaining to watch Bryce come back through the pack as well.
He's going to need that lucky dog to get caught up right now.
Yep.
And as these trucks are zooming by, I can hear contact with the wall almost every lap. Closest battle on track is this one right here between the 9 and the 32. That's Seawright and Ryder.
You must have your mic turned up more than me because I can't actually hear that. The boys were coming up pretty loud here earlier, so I turned it down a bit.
Ryder getting underneath of Seawright there. That is for 3rd place. And here comes Borer. Again, 1 lap down, doing everything he can in that 57 to get that lap back the hard way. He's in 18th now. Say Haydak has picked up a meatball flag.
Oh, wow.
That might have been some of those noises we heard.
Yeah.
Here on lap 15. Let's see if I can find. There it is. Let's take a look at what happened to Walt in the 00. This is 3 laps ago. Almost the same thing that happened to him to start the race. Just gets loose on exit. Big contact to the front end, like I said. Meatball flag for the 00. He's going to come in and use that fast repair right away and get back out on track, although he is 4 laps down. So
it's a great effort at the beginning. Great effort at the beginning at the front of the field with Boyd running down Osborne right now. He's 0.2 seconds behind and he's closed that gap down. He's really on it here. He had a really good race last night and pushed Bryce all the way. Looks like tonight he's on fire as well.
Yeah, these 2 drivers both using that low line. Not all the way to the yellow line on the bottom, but just a couple feet off of it.
The other guy that's moved along well here is Seawright. Seawright's jumped up to 3rd right now, so that's a good start from Jonah. He's 1.2 behind these guys and closing them down a little bit.
He's got that 57 on its bumper, though still a lap down is Bryce Borer. He is the first car or first truck 1 lap down at the moment is Robert Weibel has also dropped to a lap down in 19th. Looks like he might have had an issue back around lap 15 as well. Why don't we take a look at that real quick?
Smart move by Jonah, letting him go.
There is. That's actually a little bit of contact maybe from the 73.
Yeah.
It's Lister into Weibel, it looked like. Let's watch that one more time. Yeah, they both just kind of shot to the bottom. I don't know if Weibel knew that the 73 would be there, and he just kind of came to the bottom late on entry. And at Bristol, you do have to kind of take every opportunity you can to make a pass, so I wouldn't hold that against the 73, at least not from what I saw right there.
So it's interesting, we have Henderson that's moved up to 4th, Riders in 5th, Moultries in 6th, followed by Huge, Simmons, LZ, and Lister.
Yeah, Henderson, a new face here in the CDSN Truck Series. Let's see what he can do.
The other guy that's dropped down the order there is Anthony. I know Anthony's quick around this place. So I see him a fair way down the field at the moment.
Check out Anthony's running 15th, but he started 19th, so might have just had a poor qualifying effort.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been moving forward as the race goes on. So, ooh. Oh, and Griffin gets turned into the wall. I saw a little bit of contact the turn before. Let's take a step back and see what just happened there to Griffin. He was battling Gallman for 11th. He's underneath the 71 there. Oh, it's Weibel in front of them that gets into the wall, and Gallman turns down into the 5, trying to avoid it. Jump on board and watch that one more time. Again, we're with Jamie Griffin here. As you see, Weibel's already up into the wall. Gallman trying to avoid him and just mistimes it. Probably thinking Griffin's going to shoot by him a little faster than that, but 5 had to lift on the bottom there at turn exit. And that's going to send just about everyone down pit road, with the exception of Jonah Seawright in the 15. He's going to stay out. You know, tire wear really not a huge issue here at Bristol, but I would guess this is more of a fuel strategy, trying to lay out to the end of the race. We'll get that fuel window for you here in just a minute. Check with one of our pit road correspondents. But 200 laps at Bristol can fly by, especially if you're taking care of your tires.
That'll mean that Bryce will get the lucky dog. So he'll be back in the lead lap at the end of the longest line, of course.
That's right.
And that will be entertaining to watch him come back through.
Now, you have to be careful, though. Getting the lucky dog and pitting is a bit of a challenge here at Bristol because the field gets around so quick. So I assume he's already gotten that wave around at this point and just hit pit road. It does show that he's on the lead lap, but he's going to have to book it and make sure he doesn't lose that lap right back. Usually, admins here at GEC will give you a wave around to make sure that any lucky dog drivers do get their lap back appropriately, even if they lose it by happenstance after going around and pitting.
He's nearly on the tail end of that field now. There he goes. Yep.
So already 24 incident points in the race in 35 laps through the field. Bryce Borer with the fastest lap of the night, 15.1. And we already have 4 drivers that have used their fast repair in just the first 35 laps of this race.
We have everyone pitting on the front row here, on the front straight here, which is good. It's tough when the field is split on the front and the back sections. Here we go to the green.
So Jonah Seawright stays out, inherits the lead, and now he's trying to hold off Osborne and Boyd just behind him.
Jonah got a great start there.
We've already got another caution.
Truck around, yeah.
The 44 goes around. That is Moutre. Looks like Sahadak also caught up, as well as Gallman. Let's go take a look at what happened to the 44 to get this third caution of the night started.
He lost the back end mid-corner, I believe.
Inside of Henderson. And just goes around on his own. Let's see who else gets collected here. Didn't see anyone making direct contact with him, but Sahadak did show up as crashed, as well as Gallman around the same time. Check in on that 00. They're 3 wide almost. Oh, and Borer gets turned off the nose of the 4. This has all happened at the same time. Jamie Griffin hard into the wall. Sahadak with contact. Both Griffin and Sahadak have used those fast repairs already. They are going to be in trouble from here on out. Let's go back and watch that. Maybe a little slower. It happened right away here. So Boer's on the bottom. That's the 4 truck in the middle. And I don't think Boer realizes they're 3 wide with Sahadak on the outside from that angle.
Yeah, the 4 had nowhere to go. He couldn't move up.
See if we can get a better view here. That's the 4 of Chris Jones. I mean, he's multiple laps down and just has nowhere to go here. I mean, I guess they weren't 3 wide at the moment they made contact, but I got to think the 4 is trying to give Sahadak room if he gets a run, and Borer is thinking he's going to go to the wall as his spotter's telling him they're too wide. So a tough night for a lot of our veterans and favorites of the race.
Jamie got hit right at the end as well on that.
So Jonah Seawright still out front in the lead. He's got Osborne and Boyd right behind him. Only 2 drivers have led the field tonight. Osborne and Seawright are those drivers running first and second right now. And that is going to take Jamie Griffin out of the race.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Really unfortunate. Griffin having a great start to the season. Came into this race second in points behind Borer. And that is going to hurt. And as the pace truck comes down pit road again, we're going back racing. Seawright just gets a great jump. I think we're going to see that all night. Whoever is in that front row pole position on restarts is going to be able to get a pretty decent jump on the field. So now it's Henderson to the outside of Boyd, making his way up into the top 3, or trying to. Some great racing here between the 21 and the 25.
These guys are pushing pretty hard for cold tires. Be pretty loose there mid-corner on the bottom.
And our 4th caution of the night has just come out. Trying to see who's involved in this one. And it looks like it is Walt Sahadak again.
Oh, wow.
His luck is only getting worse.
Poor Walt.
We've seen him get loose by himself twice already. And there's damage on that 00 truck, and the damage not helping the loose condition that he's been battling all night long. I don't know if he picks up any additional damage or not. Gets down to the apron.
Don't think so. It didn't look like he touched anything. So my pick for tonight is Boyd, who's sitting in third. Who are you picking tonight?
Whew.
It was probably Jamie, but he's already gone.
Yeah, I mean, Borer looked fast. He did win that ARCA race in our Monday development series, not broadcast on GEC Racing League YouTube.
I was going to say that you're not allowed to pick Borer.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's won the last 3 in a row. But, you know, and especially with that penalty. You know, while we're sitting here under caution, let's see if we can go back and see maybe what happened to give Borer that black flag. It is right here on the start. I think he just beats Osborne. I mean, it didn't look like he beat him there.
Yeah.
I don't know what iRacing was given. I'm sure we'll hear about it in the post-race after party on the Discord channel. But setting that 57 back for his run tonight. But it's still Jonas Seawright out front. Dakota Osborne started on pole. He's in second. Borer was up there with those two to begin. Picks up that penalty we just saw at the original start. But we're kind of getting a reset here. We're 46 laps into this 200-lap run. Coming to green next time by Jonas Seawright out front. Michael Boyd in third, just behind Dakota Osborne. Then a newcomer, Blake Henderson, sitting there in fourth. Then it's Ryan Elsie and Jacob Hughes behind them, followed by Ryder and Simmons.
Is Henderson in the same team as Bryce?
I'm
not sure if he is.
I'm not sure. I think maybe he is supposed to be. It doesn't look like we've gotten that team roster updated for him just yet.
Pace trucking.
Why don't we jump on board with Henderson for this restart? He's on the outside there in fourth place. And once again, Seawright with a great start to pull away. And having that full track width to work with is as valuable here at Bristol as it is just about anywhere else. You want to be able to get into the gas early and run your truck all the way out to the wall in the straights.
Boyd can't quite clear him here.
Yeah, Seawright's a little slow there. He's stacking the field up. Osborne has to check up. That brings these four all right on top of each other.
Henderson around the top into second.
Oh, there goes Osborne around. And the caution is out. 79.
Just touched the wall as well with the front and the rear end.
Let's go back and see what happened here to Dakota Osborne, our pole sitter.
Touch the apron.
Yeah, it looks like he tagged the apron early in the corner and then just kind of stayed loose, having to lift out of the throttle. Boyd's not expecting it. Gets into him a little bit from behind. I don't see a lot of heavy contact there on the 79. Certainly nothing like Sahadak and Griffin have had to deal with. Again, Sahadak's still in the pits at the moment. Griffin out of the race. They're the first major casualties of the night. Chris Jones 6 laps down. And then everybody else 18 on up, still on the lead lap.
Bryce Borer is up to 8th.
So Seawright is going to hit pit road now. Picks up a bonus point for leading the lap. And I'm guessing he's going to try and pick up some fresh tires here to move forward as we take a look at Bryce's journey here tonight. Starts on the front row, leads. I'm not sure he led a lap there. Came close, though, at the beginning of the race. Then had to serve that penalty under green flag. So waiting till the end of that first caution. Didn't even get a chance to serve his penalty before that first caution came out on lap 2. He got 4 tires and then a fuel-only stop. And has just been moving his way forward after each of these cautions so far tonight.
I think that's Osborne that I just saw enter the pits as well.
He
so
is
it looks
back
like he's
in.
topping up. Yeah.
either topping up or finishing up some repairs.
I hear Henderson choosing the top lane. So we'll have Boyd starting on the low side, and I think that's the first time we've seen the first place car choose the top lane here tonight on the restart.
I mean, from what I've seen, that's where I'd want to be. I know trucks are running the low lane when they get single file, but it just seems so hard to get back to the gas on exit with a driver on your outside. And so far, most of the spins have been down to the apron of the track versus up into the wall.
Yeah, it seems to be where everyone's expecting a little bit too much out of their tire. And it looks like they snap on them just a little bit. The aero's a little bit different on this truck, so I'm not sure if that has much to do with it, but that last one was definitely because he touched the apron. Here we go, pace car in.
Blake Henderson in a 25 truck leads him to green on the outside. Again, great jump for the leader.
Yeah.
Nine and 27 there, battling for third. That's Elzy and Hughes. And Moutre is right behind him. He was just in that accident not too long ago. He's made his way back into the top 5. And we are riding along with Ryan Elzy right now in that 27. Pretty great journey for Ryan here tonight. Started back in 13th and has been steadily working his way forward ever since then. 1 pit stop so far for 4 tires. Back around lap 30. He is in third as our leaders are now side by side.
Yeah, I was going to say Boyd up the inside of Henderson there, putting a lot of pressure on him. How long can he hold that inside lane for?
And our caution is out. It looks like Hughes, Lister, and Osborne may be involved. This is our 6th caution of the night. You know, we don't love to see a ton of cautions here in the CDSN Truck Series, but it's just kind of what comes along with racing here at Bristol. So we're going to take a look back. Looks like John Boy Hughes might have been the first truck involved in this one. Here in the 14, he's on the outside of the 73. There might be somebody in the wall just ahead of him. Ooh, 14 and 73 just both kind of shoot to the middle lane on exit, and they both go into that inside wall. That's Hughes and Lister. And I think Colleton is going to head to pit lane as well. So both of these drivers picked up meatballs here. They got serious damage. We'll see how this works out. So Haydak is back in the pits again. I'm not sure if he's 20 laps down at this point. A lot of damage to that 00. We've got a couple drivers on pit road. Osborne's down, probably still making a little more repairs after that previous caution. Colleton pitted and is back on track. I think he might have been in the wall just ahead of these two. He was just out of frame when we were watching that replay. I don't know if that had any effect on those drivers behind him getting together. We saw that a couple cautions ago. Wyvil was in the wall, and the drivers behind him had to make evasive maneuvers, bringing out another caution.
I see both the skid mark trucks of Anthony and Goldman sitting at the back of the pack. I wonder if they're just biding their time at the moment. It wouldn't surprise me because both those guys were really quick last night. So I expected them to be a little bit further up the pack. So interested to see if they start to drive towards the front here now.
Yeah, another driver just caught my eye. Johnny Jones had kind of a solo spin after one of our early cautions, and he's been steadily working his way up. He started 21st, dead last on the field, and is now in the top 10. Biggest gainer of the night. Henderson, though, also up 8 positions since the start of the race.
So for Jones, that can happen really easy because you can burn your tires up on the way into turn 1, and that pretty well does. You've done your qualifying the whole entire time. Then, as the pace truck pulls off, and we've got Henderson starting from the top, gets the jump again on Boyd. It's got about 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths. Boyd starts to run him down just a little bit, and we've got a bit of a race there for third at the moment between Moutre and Hughes. Looks like Moutre's taken that position there. Hughes is going back a little bit there. We've got Bryce Bores moved himself into 4th position there now with his move on Hughes.
And Bora, one of the drivers, sharing their webcam with us tonight as we jump on board with Bryce.
It's so cool, isn't it? Everyone at home can see how quickly that scenery goes by there.
Oh, yeah. As he looks inside of Moutre. These two teammates at ALR.
Bryce has to keep a clean nose here. He can't afford any damage, and he can't afford to get into anybody. Did really well to get back up towards the front there.
We got Ryder and Simmons here. This is a battle for 7th place. Ryder going to shoot to the bottom and take that away.
Once again, somebody else who we haven't talked about very much tonight, Simmons. So I wonder if these guys are just holding back a little bit.
Yeah, he's been pretty much floating right around the same spot. The whole race started in 6th, currently 8th. Hasn't really been outside the top 10.
Man, had a great race last week at Atlanta.
Yeah, that road Atlanta, very different from the short track high bank racing here at Bristol, but really challenged the drivers to keep it clean. Had a lot of fun there at the road course. And just behind them, Johnny Jones is battling with Klaus Braun. Klaus into the wall as they're side by side. Jones backs it off. He's got Weibel to his outside now.
3 wide. Somebody else was in the wall. I think it was Cullerton.
Klaus, one of those drivers, also sharing their camera with us tonight. He is always showcasing the intensity on his face. So we jump on board with Klaus right now in the 41. Running in the top 10. Trying to chase down Simmons. Bryce has gotten by Michael Boyd, and he is challenging for the lead.
He's also cranked out a 15.088 to be the
gets loosened into the wall right there. '57 has to back it off just a little bit. He's still got Boyd in his mirror. And Henderson out front.
Henderson just doing a great job staying nice and consistent, still running that high line. I wonder if it's saving him much tire running that higher line rather than pinching it down.
Yeah, so taking a quick look at that pit strategy. So Bryce went fuel only on his last pit stop. That was back on lap 43. Everybody else pretty much has taken 4 tires on their most recent stop. And just about everybody pitting around the same time. Jonah Seawright has been off sequence most of the night. David Culleton also off sequence, and there is a caution.
Have another yellow there. I think it's Jones into the wall.
I'm showing Osborne.
And Osborne,
well.
yeah.
Let's see what we can track down here. Let's see. Jump back.
Yeah.
With Johnny Jones.
I think Jones got into the wall here.
There it is, and then, oh, Osborne catches him on the way by.
Jones has claimed that one.
Oh, yeah, he just bounced off the wall. Osborne was holding steady there on the low side. And Osborne's struggles continue after starting out front. Here we go again. Everyone to pit road except the 15 of Jonah Seawright gonna stay out and inherit the lead one more time. That off-sequence pit strategy has paid off once again to get him back out front. I don't think, I mean, it's been 31 laps since he pitted, but I don't think we've seen a huge amount of tire fall off. And I don't think fuel should be an issue. So 7 cautions in 84 laps. And I don't think we're done yet. We are, you know, going to run out of trucks here at some point, but this track is challenging for new and old drivers alike.
Well, fortunately, a caution lap doesn't take very long here at the moment. Otherwise, this race would be going a fair while.
So the 73 going to get the wave around as he stayed out ahead of Seawright. Then it'll be Seawright, Henderson, Borer, and Boyd, followed by Moutre, your top 5. So those ALR drivers really leading the field here tonight. One more time, but it's Jonah Seawright out front, leading the way for JWR. His teammate Ryan Elsey is also in the top 10. Then Culleton and Lister trying to get caught up after early incidents. And we're racing again. Seawright takes the lead out in front of Henderson, and Borer takes third from Boyd. Again, I can hear trucks scraping the wall. There goes Henderson underneath Seawright. But he's not going to be able to close the deal just yet. They do have a lap car just in front of them. Ooh, a little bit of contact. And I can hear somebody spinning in the back. Robert Weibel and Johnny Jones.
Somebody's going around.
Both possibly involved here. Let's check on Weibel first. In the 53 truck. Just there behind Simmons and Culleton. And it gets loose on him. The same thing we saw happen to Sahadak.
Woohoo!
Wow, what a smooth move there to lock up the tires, stay out of the wall, and avoid anyone coming up behind him. We also saw Johnny Jones about a half lap before that have an issue. That truck just got loose on him as well. So we've just seen all night when drivers come off, ooh, hard contact there at the entry to pit road for the 11. But we've just seen all night fresh tires is loose and dangerous when you go to get back in the gas.
I'm not sure if it's when you get back in the gas or whether it's you're carrying too much mid-corner speed. Like you get in too deep. And then it seems to rotate really, really quickly. So interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Seawright able to maintain the lead until that caution came out, but he had Henderson looking down low. Be curious to see what lane he chooses this time. He was on the bottom for that last restart.
Good to see Jonah up there. We haven't seen him up there much this year. Been expecting a little bit more from him this year. Great to see him up there now.
Yeah, Jonah came in to this race 8th in points, just behind Michael Boyd. He is, in terms of points, the best running JWR teammate. Bryce Bohr is the points leader. And again, Jamie Griffin came into this race in 2nd, but is the first truck out of the race tonight, going to finish 21st.
I haven't been to Bristol. Looks like a place that would be fun to watch.
Me either. I've come close to it, seen it from the interstate going by, but we're back under green. Here again, Jonah Seawright gets a good start, jumps up in front of Henderson, and they're single file already in the front 4. Although Boyd now looking underneath the 57. Not quite going to get there. Henderson now starting to work on the bumper of Seawright. He tags the wall. I think he's seen what the low line can do, and it isn't enough, so he is working the high side. But every time when Seawright closes the door and takes the air off his nose, he's been getting to the wall, but this time he's to his outside. Henderson scraping the wall as he tries to get by the 15.
Henderson's had great drive on the outside all night. Looks like Seawright got loose mid-corner.
He could not get back into the gas hard enough to hold that bottom, and right there he gets loose underneath Borer. Has to drop to the apron to avoid making heavier contact. Now Moutre to his outside, and Boyd gets turned behind him.
Hold on to it, Jonah.
As this battle just kind of stacked it up for all those drivers we were just watching.
I think we had 2 incidents then. We had, it looks like Colleton, and I think that's Colleton. And then just as that was happening, another incident came out with Boyd, Hughes.
Yeah, so let's go back and watch this again. Boyd's on the bottom. He's got the 9 there, and he has to check up a little bit because of the 15. And then Ryder and Hughes are right on his bumper. Again, I don't see a lot of heavy contact for these trucks involved this time around. Boyd did get turned into the wall. He's going to want to check that right front, but
Boyd did a great job of holding onto that, not going all the way around.
And Osborne on pit road yet again. I think he has just been struggling to finish up some damage and repairs from
21. Boyd actually claimed that one, so just came on the comms and claimed it.
So he's going to get that EOL and back up to the tail end of the field. Right now, biggest gainer at this point in the race is the 50 of David Culleton. Up 10 positions from 18th into the top 10 now. He's one of those drivers, like you were mentioning earlier, might have just been laying back for the first half of the race, but as we hit lap 102, we are now past halfway here in the Concrete Coliseum 200 with the CDSN Truck Series.
I just got to think that those skid mark guys are hanging back. I know Goldman has Goldman Jr. in his ear tonight, so I've got a feeling he'd be just advising him just to stay back out of all this trouble. But it's probably getting to that time where you need to go. Those guys have stayed on the lead lap here. See, Goldman is in 14th and Anthony is in 11th.
Yeah, 15 trucks still on the lead lap. You know who's been doing a really good job? Chris Jones in the 4. As we go back green, at one point he was 6 laps down, now only 2 laps down. Wow. And contact already between Brahm and Simmons. Gonna bring out the 10th caution here on lap 104. Right there, yeah. I mean, just straight contact between Brahm and Simmons.
And Anthony, one of those trucks we were just talking about, got caught up in that.
Now let's see if let's jump on board with the 41 here right at the restart. Yeah, it just, from that point of view, it looks like Simmons came down. The view before that, I thought it was more of Brahm coming up. I mean, just both of them shoot to the middle.
Yeah,
and
Brahm had a high.
Anthony and Osborne get collected behind. And poor Walt. He's been in every wreck tonight, it feels like.
Yeah.
This time riding on board. Can't see much from there. Maybe with Anthony, we can get a bit of a better view of what happens here. Yeah, it just looks like both drivers shoot to the middle lane instead of staying dedicated to either the top or the bottom.
I think, yep. Simmons claimed that one. Just came over the comms and claimed it. I'd say I was just pretty close to 50-50 that one, but
so we're now up to 116 total incidents through this race. 21 drivers started it. We still have 19 on the track with 15 on the lead lap. And Chris Jones, as I was just talking about, he just got another lucky dog. He's now just 1 lap down. He's the only truck 1 lap down.
Wow.
So he has been getting those laps back slow and steady. And just one more, he'll be back in contention for this one. So now it is Henderson and Borer on the front row. Moutre and Seawright in that second row. Then Ryder and Elzy. And the green flag is out. Henderson with a great start. Moutre going to follow him through on the outside. But Borer has different plans as he takes second. Seawright now under fire from Ryan Elzy. And Elzy is going to take the position. So the high line looking dominant at this point of the race. And here comes David Culleton. Up 2 positions from this restart already. Trying to make the high line work for him. Hughes going to get 7th back from him, though. Oh, you see the 9 truck gets sideways just in front of him. Back up front. The battle is on for the lead.
It's like Bryce has got is onto the back of Henderson now.
Ooh. Nobody's taking it easy out there. Henderson now starting to get a little bit of a buffer to catch his breath behind him. The 32 of Ryder and the 15 of Seawright going at it for 5th place. With Jacob Hughes just watching from behind, licking his chops. Seawright throws a block, it looked like, and Ryder gets into him.
No yellow flag. I think Seawright rode that one out.
And we're gonna, I mean, they're stacking up now. Let's go take a look back 1 lap ago. There it is. Aggressive driving by both of those drivers. Ryder not gonna back out. Seawright not gonna give the position away. And that costs the 15. As he drops back to 15th now. With no caution.
Looks like he might have some damage that needs to be fixed.
As Borer has caught Henderson up front here on lap 119. These two right on top of each other now. Well, we jump on board with the 44 who is watching this from behind. There goes Seawright with that damage. He is well off the pace now. 3 seconds off what the leaders are running. Heartbreak there for the 15. We saw him using that pit strategy to get up with the leaders all night long and kind of stay there right around the top 3, top 5. He's now a lap down. Kind of watching the same thing we've seen all night. Even when a truck is faster than the one in front of them, that low line just doesn't have the momentum to complete a pass. I think you've got to do it the way that Henderson did it on Seawright about 10, 12 laps ago, is just use the outside lane to build a lot of speed and then squeeze your way to the outside if you can.
I think Race Control just asked Seawright to come to the pits and get that damage fixed, just because it was too much of a liability for the rest of the field.
So heartbreak again for that 15 truck as Borer continues to work on the 25 from that low lane. I just don't know if we've seen anyone really get it done on the bottom in terms of making a pass. And this is bringing the 44 right back into this battle for the lead. It's now a 3-truck battle out front. 75 to go. Henderson continuing to defend there from the outside lane. Borer not going to get clear. This is great racing. 57 is clear if he takes it, and he will. Then he gets loose. Almost contact there.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he get loose or did he get a little touch? Might have got a little touch.
And I think Borer has it. Proving us wrong.
I think he does now, yeah.
Trying to tell him to use the high lane, and he gets it done on the bottom.
Mitchell's shaping up to pass one or two of these guys here.
So we jump back on board with Henderson. Now trying to chase Borer back down, and the caution is out.
Yeah, we have the 73 around.
Here it is. He's inside of Anthony and Weibel. Oh, and it looks like Weibel bounced off the wall. Tags a 73, and they saved it for a moment. And then they just kept bouncing off each other. 73 going to pick up a meatball there from that contact hard into the outside wall, the front of that truck. And here comes everyone to pit road.
There was a call on that for net code on that one from race control. So I think that's what you saw at the beginning of that incident as they were going down the back straight. The first touch was net code, held them together there.
Michael Boyd stays out. He's going to inherit the lead here. He pitted about 30 laps ago.
You see Walt coming back into the pits to get some more repairs there. Hopefully he can get back on the lead lap. He's quite a few laps down here. I think he's 2 laps down actually. So the running order there is Boyd, Orr, Henderson, Moutre, and Ellsbury. Culleton's done well to fight his way back up to 6th. It's been a pretty eventful night here tonight for Colleton. Be interesting to see if Boyd picks the low line or the high line this time. I think I'd be picking the high line. The high line's got a good start all night. Looks like he's picked the low line.
Now Boyd stays out here and gets his first laps led of the race. Henderson dominating the laps led tonight with 61, then Osborne and Seawright both with just over 30. Borer, after that penalty to start the race, has rebounded and just kind of hung right there around second place until just before that caution where he took the lead. But it is Michael Boyd out front, spins the tires a little bit. It's got Henderson right up his bumper, and Borer to his outside. And there goes the 57, but the 21 tries to slide in and block Henderson.
And well, we know Henderson's going to go high. We've got a caution out on the flag, out on the raceway.
Looks like
Not
Anthony
sure who went
is the
around.
slow truck.
Yep. Looks like it was a single vehicle accident.
Anthony here inside of Simmons. It just gets loose on entry.
Man, is that air just being taken away?
Everybody able to avoid it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking now. Chris Jones has made his way back onto the lead lap. Anthony will be the last truck on the lead lap, back in 14th. Weibel should be the lucky dog here, as he is the only truck 1 lap down.
Chris Jones, good job getting back on the lead lap. Oh my gosh.
And then Seawright is sitting 3 laps down. So he's going to need a few lucky dogs. But right now I'm seeing, so Robert Weibel is the only truck 1 lap down, but he just picked up a black flag here under caution. I'm not exactly sure why. It might just be the lucky dog is showing up that way. Either way, he is coming around the outside. So Weibel, the lucky dog, that leaves Seawright. He's going to be in the lucky dog spot moving forward, but he's 3 laps down. So if Chris Jones can do it from 6, maybe Seawright can do it from 3 and get back in this thing, Lee.
And I was looking at Sahidak. I thought he was 2 laps down, but he's not 2 laps down. He's had so many incidents tonight that he's 43 laps down. So he's still got a fair chunk to catch up here tonight.
Yeah, I think Sahidak has been in probably 9 out of the 11 cautions and hit pit road more times than the chart could show at this point.
Yeah. I think he has hit me written all over his truck.
But he's still out there, as you mentioned. He's running 43 laps down, but Johnny Jones is out there just 3 laps ahead of him. So there are positions to make up, even here at the back.
Yeah, and it's they're definitely points. He won the first race of the season, so he'll be in good shape points-wise. So he needs all the points he can get.
Yeah, and both of those two are chasing down the 73 of Lister, who has parked it, is now out of the race. He's about 30 laps ahead of them, but with 60 to go, those two will pass him for position if they can keep it clean from here on out. So Borer looks to be taking the bottom there in the 57 truck out front.
Man, every time Henderson's taken the top, he's had incredible starts. So I would have nearly taken the top, but Boer's chosen the bottom.
And here they go. Green flag once again. Borer out to the lead.
Great start by Henderson in third. He cleared Boyd to take second.
And Culleton now up to 7th. He's going to scrape the wall right by our crank it up camera. And Moutre goes up into the wall. Action all around the track. The 44 of Ryan Moutre drops back to 9th, and he looks like he's got damage. He is well off the pace. More drivers into the wall.
No yellow, though. It's stay green at this stage.
Something's happened to Henderson. There he is. We're still green, but he has spun out. We're going to step back 1 full lap. He's running in 2nd place, chasing down teammate Bryce Borer. Again, I'm pretty sure they're teammates. We just haven't gotten him added to the ALL roster just yet. He peeks to the outside, gets loose, tags the wall, stays out of Boyd, and then hits the inside wall. Again, still green, no caution. But Henderson well off the pace. He's still on the lead lap. About a straightaway ahead of the leader.
Yeah, the gap now is 11 seconds to the leader for Henderson.
As Ryder is in 4th, working on the back bumper of Elzy, who's trying to chase down Michael Boyd. This is the battle for 2nd.
It's a good little battle, this.
A jump on board with Josh Ryder as he takes a peek to the inside of Elzy. You just see how hard these drivers are fighting, sliding the tires.
Yeah, and they have Hughes has ended this little race. There's a collection of 4 of them there now.
Elzy has to check up there. That's going to give Ryder a run to his inside. Oh, contact. That puts the 27 into the wall. He's going to lose 1 more position. Oh, and then slap the wall again. And we've seen all night, once you get into the wall and get some damage on that right side, the wall just kind of pulls you in each time as that truck gets tighter and tighter. So that puts Ryder into the top 3, behind Boyd in 2nd. David Culleton now up to 6th. He is the biggest gainer out there on track, up 12 positions. Continuing to just slowly make his way towards the front all night long.
Yes, Seawright behind him, but of course Seawright is 3 laps down. And he doesn't have the lucky dog right now. Moutre has the lucky dog.
Yeah, Moutre well off the pace after making some contact. He's now 2 laps down. There goes Seawright by Culleton. Again, not for position. some great racing up front as we got 47 laps remaining. And this might be the longest run we've had without a caution here tonight, about 16 laps since that last yellow flag.
Yeah, I love watching these four racing here, but just so you remember, keep in the back of your mind that Bryce is 3.2 seconds ahead of these guys. So he stretched his lead out a little bit.
We've got another battle shaping up here between as Colleton has been caught by Brahm and Simmons. I think Klaus is going to take that 6th position away.
There's a fair amount of feedback coming back through that wheel there.
I mean, you can just see how hard he's working.
Yeah.
Brahm, 17th in points coming into this race. Just seems like he never has the finishes that match the effort and the run he has towards the middle of the race. Right now, this is running in the top 10.
And we see that Hughes just got by LZ. So that now puts Hughes up into 4th.
He's starting to look at Ryder as well. Bohr's lead now 5 seconds over Michael Boyd. Like I said, this is the longest run we've had without a caution. Most drivers have been out there for 30 laps on this set of tires. Michael Boyd out there for 60 laps. And that seems to be why this group is catching him. We haven't really had a run long enough for tires to matter until now. Ooh, a little bit of a tag.
Looking at all the gaps, nobody's really closing anybody down and pulling out some amazing laps at the moment. Just saw Anthony went by Wyville, and Simmons just went by LZ.
Tag the wall there, getting around the 27. We saw Simmons involved in a couple wrecks there back in the middle of the race. He is rebounding well. Will be in 4th if he can finish this pass on the 9 truck, and he will.
Looks like he's good on older tires. See, Bryce is out to a 6.9 second gap now, stretching that gap.
And taking a look at who's fastest on track right now with a 5-lap average, Moutre is actually the fastest driver out there, although he's still 2 laps down. Unfortunately, Chris Jones has lost a lap again to the leader, so he is in the lucky dog position. Moutre and Seawright are going to need a few more and some more luck to get there.
Simmons to 2nd.
But there goes Simmons. He is the 3rd fastest truck on the track behind Moutre and Bohrer, and he's showing it now.
Showing his pace on old tires.
He's got an 8-second gap to the leader. That truck in front of him is not the leader. That is Chris Jones.
Yeah, both those guys are the only ones in the 15s, really.
I mean, at this point, Bryce has a half-lap lead over 2nd place. It's going to be tough to track him down without a caution.
Yep.
And it seemed like
30 laps to go.
Just a few laps ago, we were talking about how David Culleton in the 50 was up in 6th place, having a great run. And he has dropped all the way to 12th and is now the first truck 1 lap down. There's only 11 trucks on the lead lap as Osborne is the next for Bohrer to try and track down Then Henderson is just in front of him, and Seawright as well. They're all battling because they know how important it is to stay on the lead lap or to stay on whatever lap they're on.
It's starting to get intense now. I'm starting to see Goldman pick off guys. He just picked off 2 trucks just then in the last 2 laps. So he's starting to push his way to the front now as well.
And this is dangerous as Seawright seems to be the slowest truck of the group at the moment, and that puts Henderson into the wall as 15 checks up.
Yeah.
Bohr swerves around him. Is now going to look to the bottom. Oh, they're so close.
Yeah, you're right. This is dangerous.
Bohr wants to put these trucks a lap down if he can, but I believe that Osborne and Henderson, both teammates there for the 57. So he's not looking to cause any ruckus getting by him. He's going to get by Osborne. That leaves just 9 trucks on the lead lap. And they're still battling back behind him. Seawright and Henderson.
Yeah, Goldman's next victim looks like it's going to be Boyd. He's 0.1 seconds behind Boyd, I believe.
Brahm also up to 3rd as he's gotten around Michael Boyd. So we're really seeing on this longer run a couple trucks rising to the top. Gallman trying to get up to 4th here around Boyd. Simmons up to 2nd. Brahm up to 3rd. There's still a 7-second gap between 1st and 2nd, but I think Simmons is starting to catch him. He is. He's about 0.2 a lap faster than Bryce as he was working through that teammate traffic.
There's a couple of guys that have just dropped like a rock.
Oh, and
like,
Gallman shoots by Boyd, but gets not quite clear. Still no caution as Gallman is slow on the front stretch.
Wow, don't understand why there was no caution there. iRacing chose not to put out a caution.
And that is
surprising.
Let's go back and watch that again. So he's working on Boyd. This is just 3 laps ago. Gets to his outside. They're fighting hard. It looks like the 71 is going to get a run and clear Boyd, but they both kind of misjudge it. Get in. If you're Gallman, you cannot be happy with that. 20 laps to go. You're passing the guy on older tires.
Yeah.
And that happens, and he's just going to have to limp through the end of this race. Now 18 to go. Boyd goes a lap down.
That puts Anthony up to 5th spot now. Half a second behind Boyd. Closing on him.
So Simmons is just a smidge faster than the leader, but I mean, everyone else on track is either having issues, getting contact, getting loose. And now almost the entire track is a lap down.
Yep, 17 laps to finish. Will it go green?
As now Osborne has caught Boyd. This is a battle for 5th. And that tire strategy just not paying off for the 21. 30 lap older tires than everyone else around him. Lets him just sneak on by. Simmons continues to work through lap traffic. Still a 7-second gap back to the leader, or up to the leader.
Looks like his times are about what Bryce's are now. They've kind of stabilized again. If anything, Bryce is a little quicker.
Braun running in 3rd.
Are we going to see some green flag pit stops here?
I don't think so, although Hughes is on pit road. I mean, if anyone would need to come, it would be Boyd. He's the one that's been out there the longest. You can see that Braum looks more relaxed now than he has all race long as we've taken a peek into his sim rig here. He is maybe catching Simmons? I think he is now. Simmons got caught up in traffic, and you can see that orange truck with the purple tailgate is now within reach. 10 laps to go. Bryce's lead is now 12 seconds. And we're just seeing a handful of trucks have just completely fallen off in terms of speed here.
Yeah, and other ones have done exactly the opposite. A good example of that is Anthony. Anthony's in fourth now. Any possibility you could bring up the graph on Anthony's trajectory?
Oh, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, look at the gains he's made over this green flag run here at the end. Up to fourth. I mean, he was 15th when this last caution came out.
Yeah.
Great run for the 42. But now I actually think Klaus is going to see the leader in his mirror pretty soon. At the same time, he's got second place Simmons now 2 trucks in front of him. So Borer, our leader, fastest truck on track, even he is almost 2 seconds off his fresh tire lap time. And everyone else through the field about the same, except for Brahm, Anthony, Osborne, and Simmons. They're all only about a second and some change slower. So they have managed those tires better than those around them, as we see Brahm starting to track down Simmons. 5 laps to go.
Yeah, Simmons is getting held up here by a lapper that got in his way. Now he's caught Bryce, not Bryce, Boyd at the wrong time.
There goes Chris Jones. Again, we're riding along with Klaus Brahm in the 41. Has driven his way up to third.
Brahms clipped that wall on exit quite often, actually. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, that's Weibel down low with fresher tires.
I was going to say, it looked like it was in a different type of car.
And again, I mean, I know we checked in on Klaus earlier in the race. He has not looked this calm all night, as he does right now. Great run for the 41. The white flag is out. Bryce Borer taking everyone to school tonight. And it's going to be 4 for Borer. I don't know if that quite rhymes. And there it is. Checkered flag for the 57. 4 in a row.
Good job, Bryce.
Simmons is going to hold on to second, as he comes home about 14 seconds behind the leader. And then Brahm will deliver a podium finish for that 41 truck. Just incredible racing by those 3 up front to finish the race like they did. Just 3 trucks on the lead lap. And Borer is already starting to celebrate.
I think Osborne got past Anthony there in the last couple of laps.
He did. Osborne bringing it home 4th.
Yeah, great job, Bryce. Well, Cochran, I think you better talk to Bryce this time. I've spoken to Bryce the last few times. It's like we're running out of things to say. I'm not sure how many superlatives you can use to describe the type of season he's having. He's had an incredible last 4 or 5 races, especially when you consider he's a rookie to the class. So.
Yeah, so we will give these guys a couple minutes to make their way up into the broadcast booth, or we'll pull them up here ourselves. I see Brahm sitting down there in the lobby. I'm going to go ahead and pull him up. Let's see if we can get him in here.
He also gets an extra point for the quickest lap of the race with a 15.001, so 15 flat. Around here is pretty quick.
All right, here we go. I think we've got it figured out now. Driver of the number 41, Klaus Brahm, brings it home with a third place finish. Klaus, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I have.
How about that? We were watching you kind of all race long. Thank you again for sharing that in-car camera.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And
All right, yeah.
And then right about 30 laps to go or so, we're like, hey, this 41 truck is moving forward. You and a couple other guys seem to really save your tires on the long run. And then even at the end, you were watching second place just in front of you. The lap traffic kind of kept that out of reach. But walk us through your night. Great finish.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was an awesome race. First of all, because I didn't get any wreck, so it was a good. So that was my first strategy. It was try to stay in the front. So I got it. I was always, I mean, almost always top 10. I think on the first a couple of laps I got loose and I was able to save it, and this kept me behind. But man, I think I got a good strategy in terms of saving tire savings. So that's what I wanted. I want like a long race, long run without cautions that I knew that will pay off. And it did. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, the attrition was really high. We saw a lot of guys getting really loose mid-corner, coming up, especially when they pinched the corner a little bit more. Did you find that it just started to rotate on you?
No, I think I did a good strategy in terms of on setup, and I didn't get any issues on the corners.
Yeah, awesome.
I feel pretty comfortable all race. In the end of the race, a lot of lap cars coming and kind of trying to dodge them and try to get a second place, and then I need to burn a little more my tires and yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome to see you on cam as well as you were coming through the field. Congratulations on your result today.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Who do we have up next?
I think we've got second place, Kyle Simmons, stepping in.
Kyle Simmons.
You got a copy, brother?
Hey, what's that?
How about that? Yeah, we got a copy. I mean, kind of the same story as Brahm. You're kind of just duking it out all race long, trying to keep it clean, and then we get this long green flag run at the end, and a couple trucks rise to the top after saving tires, and you're one of them up to second. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, well, keeping the truck clean. I came down on Brahm. Sorry again about that, and then only had like 30 seconds of damage. It actually did quite a bit of aero, like I was getting loose. Accidentally did my fast repair, so I had about 70 laps, and I was like, let's keep her clean. Yeah, we hit that green flag run, and that's where we excel, I guess. You know, like I like kind of like a slick tire, and Brahm was catching me at the end. I was pretty shook. I think I got the lap traffic right out of sort at the end. Accidentally created a block, but man, that was what a race.
Yeah, you had a really good run, like midway through the stint. You were closing.
Did you catch that? Over
you were
3-4 laps. Yeah.
Yeah, you were catching Bryce there a little bit. And then he kicked away again. I think he got caught behind somebody. But tell me how tough it was out there mid race to be mid pack.
It was pretty tough. With the lap traffic, and I mean they're getting their spots back and they have fresh tires, so it's really letting by who you need to let by, and then just using the run. And man, there were a couple close calls out there. You really had to. It was a matter of inches, and I got it wrong once. Sorry again, Brown.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys that went around in front of you, and it's kind of hard to avoid them. I didn't ask Brahm this question, but have you got anyone you want to thank here for tonight?
Thank the boys Outlaw and always GC. It's great time. I want to thank Bohr for putting belt to butt out there. That guy can drive a car. He's like a regular rat fink out there. I'm gonna slap a sticker when he's not looking on his car. So yeah.
Yeah, well, great effort. Great effort, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Klaus is still in the booth. We would give him a chance to give his shout outs and
Yeah,
thanks as well.
please.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for you guys, GC, all this awesome broadcasting. You guys that work behind the scenes as well. You do an awesome job. I also always enjoy watching the replay, the race, and I always have fun. The detailed information that you pass, guys, is awesome. It's like you're watching like a real NASCAR race, of all information that you can provide. It's very nice. Also, I like to say thank you to my brother Dieter. He is also a iRacing fan, so he probably be watching the race. So Dieter, thank you for watching. P3, my buddy, and also my father-in-law. He likes watch me. Sometimes he watches a couple of races. So yeah, I got a P3 this time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good
it, guys.
job.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right. Last but not least, the guy who spanked the field tonight, Bryce Bohr, formerly known as Thrice, now Four Bohr. Bryce, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I mean, just walk us through your race. We didn't get a full understanding of what happened at that initial green flag. We saw you picked up a black flag and then had to serve it under green. But let's start with that and then walk us through the rest of your night.
Yeah, you see green, you go, right? I saw green, I went, and then saw I had a penalty for it. So whatever, at the end of the day, iRacing, race control, whoever makes the call is going to make the call, and I got to serve it. So yeah, I mean, from there, I kind of just had to keep my head down. Came in, served that penalty. I actually wanted to come in. The caution came out, so I stayed out. And then, yeah, once I was able to get down there, serve that, just like I said, just kept my nose down and try to make the most that I could out of traffic. I mean, it was a little difficult there. Everybody's running so many different lives. Some guys are backing off the corners, other guys are driving in deep. Just I did not see the same line ran by anybody tonight, which is cool. I love Bristol for that because it's got tons of character. But yeah, fighting through traffic just makes that quite a bit of an interesting treat. So yeah, working through there, it seemed to stick really good at the bottom. You just had that line down there and painted it, and yeah, I was able to make passes there and really not upset the tires too much. And yeah, I got in there with Henderson later on. That was a good little battle. But yeah, man, just name of the game. Once you get in that position where you're backed up, just got to put your nose down and grind it out.
Bryce, you were saying that it was sticking pretty good for you when you were down low. I think that's something with the way that you had things set up or how you were driving on entry, because there was a lot of guys getting loose there. Do you think it was because there was a lot of air on the outside that was pulling them around, or did you not experience that?
You got to use what you have on the track to the best of your ability. And in real life, the stem is really good at showing this. But if you stick your left sides, a little secret for anybody watching, you stick your left sides on that paint, it's gonna stick. You just got to work the pedals to keep it down there, and it's gonna stick right off the corner. When you get side by side with somebody, there's nothing you could put two lines on the track with both sides of my car on those lines. I'm still gonna spin out if somebody's outside of me. It's just these cars, yeah, they get such a pull from that drag on the side. So really not much you could do there. But yeah, when you're by yourself, use that paint. You'll see it. You jump onto that paint on entry and you just work the pedals, don't really fight the wheel, and it'll stick. It won't get loose. Even on cold tires, it was doing really well.
So the other thing was, I was a little worried about you because I thought you used your fast repair pretty early.
I did.
So I was a little worried about you coming back through the pack, because sometimes it doesn't, it's not your fault and somebody spins in front of you. Did you any other damage as you were coming through the pack?
No, I did really good, man. I hate using the fast repair early on, but you got to use it where you think is its best. I mean, sure, it's early on. I could have gambled and just fixed as much damage as I wanted to, but I had some faith there. Just said, you know what, I'm going to use this fast repair, do the best I can to navigate through traffic, and it worked out. Worked out well.
Yeah. So, Bryce, do you have anyone you want to thank for this evening?
Yeah, you guys, of course. I'm going to thank you guys first and foremost for putting on the show for us to go back and watch, and anybody else who's not doing much with their night tonight to go and watch. You guys do a great job there. GC, without them, obviously none of this would be. So great group of guys out there. I think we're all going to learn more and more as we race with each other. So don't get down with how you perform out there. Just learn. Any chance you get that you can leave a racetrack and say I learned something is the best attitude you can have. So it's great racing with these guys, and I hope they learn something each and every week. Yeah, I want to thank shout out to Mr. Henderson out there first night tonight. Appreciate you guys letting him in. He was part of the group a while back, raced with him when we first started on the sim along, I'll say almost 10 years, probably looking at 10 years now that we've been racing together. So good to see him back. Good little fight that we had there. And
funny,
yeah,
he had that high line all dialed in. If you go back and watch the program tonight, a shout out I want to give to Cochran is that he does an amazing job on the replays. It's the best replays I've seen of anything that's been televised like this. So great job, Cochran. But hey, man, really great work tonight. And let's see what you bring next week.
Hey, 4 for Boar. I didn't think you guys were going to figure that one out, but Spencer had a message that he said, I wonder if they're going to figure that out. 4 for Boar. You guys got it.
We took it right out of the chat. We didn't come up with it ourselves. So.
Oh, okay. You got it. All right. Cool, man. Yeah, Mr. Simmons, shout out to you, man. Love racing with you out there, man. Love the attitude. So great seeing you out there, and I look forward to seeing you again next races to come.
Yeah, congratulations again. It was a heck of a race. I mean, we knew we were going to see a bunch of cautions at a track like Bristol, 174 total incidents out there on the track. But then we got this nice, long green flag run to wrap up the race. Just awesome to see who could save tires and get it done. So we're really looking forward to next week. Going to be at the Tricky Triangle of Pocono. Complete shakeup from the last few weeks of a road course in Bristol.
Yeah, wow.
And then we're going to be back into my home track of Richmond, another short track, and then back to kind of the bread and butter at Michigan after that. So looking forward to see what everybody can get done here in the Collateral Damage Sports Network Truck Series on the GEC Racing League. Want to invite everybody listening and remind everybody up here on the podium, come join us in the post-race after-party voice channel where we can have a beverage and talk about what a great race we had tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching out in YouTube land and participating in the chat, keeping us honest. And we'll see you out there next Tuesday for the CDSN Truck Series. Join us on Thursday while our premier series heads to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, the road course in Mexico City. If Formula One can do it, so can we. And we are going to be having a blast there Thursday. So tune into the GEC Racing League on YouTube then. I want to thank Lee for joining me up in the booth, doing a great job again. Lee, you got any closing thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
No, it's an entertaining night. I'm really looking forward to Pocono with these guys. As you said, getting back to our bread and butter for these guys. So it's been a great series for the trucks this year. So let's continue the roll.
All right. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. We'll see you out there next time.